Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here again with another installment of December Locks number 2. And with this assortment of locks, I have quite a few standardized locks that I got from this locksmith on eBay that I've become quite fond of. But he always sticks a few golden pieces in with his loads of pieces. I have to grab the box here. Goodness, sorry. I guess for a realization here, goodness, we're about like at 35 pounds of locks again. Yeah, as far back as we can go there. But yeah, there's a box there, half full, box there, half full, and this box here about half full as well. These are my tubulars that I've come through with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7 tubulars I think in there. We've got a handful of kind of cool wafer-y locks, the kind with electrical ends on them and stuff, yeah. And then a whole bunch of wafer locks, you know, the with and without housings like these, yeah. Got a whole box of those here, small. Box full. There's an old Nissan key. It catches eyes, but it's still a little wafer. It's got a good amount of wafers in it because it was a car lock. That's that little box, which isn't all that, you know, impressive. You know, ooh. And then you got. Oh, boy, this one's a lot heavier here. Aha, these are all the mortises. Yeah, let's just go up with it here. Sorry about the jumping around. There we go. And these are the mortise locks that were in there. A lot of these, the Weiser and All-Light quick change. Almost independent core with those there. You put in the key and you turn it to that empty side. It depresses and you pull out the whole core. It's kind of like the same way but with Kwikset. Weiser and a bunch of others. I got a whole bunch of them. And these are all pins, see? Yeah. You get one that's not. Okay. Locked up, locked up. And then that, turn it over to it and watch it depress. And it's locked. It's a pretty simple little key to be doing something like that. You depress and pull it out. Pretty simple, that's why they don't do it anymore. But I've got a ton of those. It has to go back in there. Thank you. I've got a whole bunch of these Sargents, which I was real happy to get there. All different makes, models. This really old one here, I like that one. It's stylized. It's cool. The key on it is just damn. Cool there. I got a few kicks with springs in them, different types. They're all Sargent. On that side, we got this one, which I don't know. It's a Ilco PNF. Oh, it's a Corbin. Goodness, yeah, that's an old Corbin kick. And again with the crazy bitting. Nonetheless, there's that box of cylinders. A whole bunch, probably 3 pounds, maybe more. And then this box of probably 10 pounds, nah, probably 5-6 pounds of miscellaneous stuff as well. And I've got a ton of these cabinetry locks, you know. A bunch of these Taylor's kind I've given to a bunch of people already. It's a tiny, tiny keyway, little wafers. I have some pin tumblers as well. A lot of these luggage and clasp locks. And then over here I have a door hasp lock there, and a Sargent & Greenleaf little I don't know, door dial for the U.S. Polo Association, as you can tell by the thing there. I had went through and decoded it simply. It's already unlocked. It was real simple to decode because you can look in the back. But not only that one, I got this tech lock, which is really cool, locked up, and this Sargent dial, Sargent & Greenleaf. Get you a good look at it. It's a Group 2. It's missing the actual dial pad, but the lock body is here. I've got another combination, Sargent & Greenleaf. It calls itself Manipulation Proof, the MP Sargent & Greenleaf. Which that one there is pretty cool. It's got the change key area. And of course missing the dial. But, you know, just these are hard to replace. So, I figured I'd have them here if anyone ever came across and needed any of them. I'd have them by all means. So I had those locks, the cylinder locks, the, let's go back down, the cylinder locks, and then I have to talk about some of the specialty locks that were in the group as well. And that would be this one, this little kick. And this little kick doesn't look like much except for the key being so thick, but let's get in a little closer to it. And show you what it really is. It's a Vinkos. And the key itself is pretty nasty. Real low in the front, dimples on the sides. I believe they're all for key control, but I don't quote me on that. The keyway itself is quite monstrous. The only place to get in is right there. Hard to work with. One of the reasons why this one is so hard to pick. It is a 6-pin and radical bitting on it. So, I haven't been able to pick it, but I haven't had it that long either, so we'll see. You know? And other than the Vinkos, I had this Medeco here come in, and I was steered towards this by a lockpicking lawyer. He mentioned to me that there was a Medeco on eBay by mine and his, we know this seller, and he said he's got this Medeco Duracam. And I went and checked it out, and I just couldn't pass it up, so I picked it up. It's a cam lock by Medeco, but it is a dimple lock by Medeco. And look at those cuts. They are Medeco cuts. It is an awesome little dimple, or dimple cam cylinder. Medeco doesn't make too many of these. They're quite hard to find, and pricey when you do, so most people don't get them. And this one is the first one I got, and it was from the locksmith that me and Locksmith Lawyer know, and that was all great and gravy. But a buddy of mine, because you know how that works out when you do something like that, I had a buddy of mine text me and say, hey, he lives up in New Jersey, and he said Bally's is closing down in Atlantic City, and he was gonna go in and strip everything he could. And I said, hey man, strip all the locks you can. And he sent me a picture of a lock, said, I can get a bunch of these, but they're little. And I was like, well, when he showed me the picture and it was this, I said, get as many as you can. Can you get keys? And he wound up saying, yeah, I can get a few keys, but I can more so get the lock. So I wound up getting a few more of these Duracams from Medeco. I could not believe it. I've got a couple here without keys. This one here was from the other locksmith. I got 3 keys, and they're all keyed the same, and the key bitting on these is much more radical than the key bitting on that one. As you can see, that last cuts are dramatic, and they're all keyed the same, but my buddy said he hit every slot machine he could, and he said he got a bunch of them. I don't know what to do with so darn many of these things. I figured I was going to do a couple giveaways for a few out. I have the key codes to order more keys. I don't have any more keys other than this, so I can't very well do that. But I am going to include little somethings in my the pickers that I trade with a lot. Are definitely going to get one of these for Christmas, you know, because I share the wealth. And I mean, they weren't free or anything, they costed me, but yeah, it's all about giving for Christmas. And I would just so love to see all my picking friends have one of these to throw in their naughty bucket and play around with. So most definitely going to do something like that, but I had to showcase them so far on December locks as we're getting so close to the big day. I appreciate everybody joining me on this bit of lock porn that we do, and I want everybody to please stay safe and always stay legit. If you like what I do here on this channel and you like what I did, please hit that like button, as it's very encouraging. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, as it's very helpful. And as always, until we meet again, peace.